Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Glenn McGowan. This is LCOBMW. Today's part 3 of my manual swap on the 73 Corvette. I'm mainly going to focus on doing the whole clutch pedal linkage today. Last week I converted the brake pedal box over to the clutch pedal and the smaller brake pedal. Now I'm going to hook up the linkage and figure out where I got to put that metal bracket to weld onto the frame itself. So I'm going to put all that stuff together, mock it up in the car, and at that point I'll know where, I have to actually weld that piece in. I'm going to use my other car as a reference, so it's kind of spot on from the factory, and then at that point I'll be able to put the flywheel on, the clutch, the bell housing, put everything together in place the way it's supposed to be, and then it'll be downhill from there, and then I'll be able to throw a trans back in and all that good stuff. But right now I'm just going to get started getting this stuff mocked up in the car and go from there. So we just dropped our new clothing line. Everything's available at LCOBMW.com. Some of our new designs are Save the Sticks. We also have, it's not just the car, it's Corvette. And then on the back, we have our new logo. And on the right side sleeve of the hooded sweatshirts, we have our signature spark plug. We do have all these designs available in t-shirts and sweatshirts. We also have E36, E46, and also our basic, which just has logo on the chest, and then our spark plug on the sleeve. So check out all our products and our merch at LCOBMW.com. So I'm getting ready to put the clutch rod through here. So this was here originally. This is like a block off plate, and I put the boot in there already. They give you 3 new screws to put the boot in there, but they were too short, so I took the ones out of these and used those. So this is what the rod looks like, and this is how it's supposed to go in the car. So it almost kicks up like that when it goes out. Not like that, but like that, so where it actually kicks up. I just checked it on the 69 just to make sure that it was coming out the right direction, because they don't really show you how it's supposed to go in. So that is the way it's supposed to go in. So I'm going to go in through the car, push this through, and then clip that into the clutch pedal. So I laid out all the parts in order to assemble this. So just following this diagram, I pretty much have everything set up here, and then all the pieces, like this part is the ball that goes into the block, and this is the rod that goes into the clutch fork and the springs and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna put all this together here, get this in the block, set this up in the car, and then that'll locate, once I have it set up, that'll locate where this goes in there, and then I'll mark it on the frame and then clean it off and weld that on there. But for now, I'm gonna start pulling these pieces out and getting them on here. Before I actually put this on the car, I have everything laid out. I just wanted to show you the order for everything. So this is that bracket. This is the retainer clip that goes on the outside, which holds that in there. So it goes, this nylon piece goes in here. This is the short end. There's a long end here. This is the block side. So that nylon piece, the ball, this other nylon piece goes in there, like sandwiches the ball. Then there's this retainer, and then this foam looking insulation piece that goes there against that, like that, and then there's that retainer, and then the nut that holds that in place. And on the other side, same thing here, this nylon insert goes in there. This is the piece that goes to the block, and then from here is the rod, the 2 springs, the clutch fork right there, then the clip that goes in there and holds that together. So I'm right now going to put that in the car and this stuff together and sit it up in place. I have it mocked up in the car now, and right there in the block is where I have that ball pivot piece. There is another port that's directly above the oil filter. It's not that one, it's the one right there in between, like the header there, like that. And then I have the bracket down there kind of squared up, just so it's not on any angle. It's pretty straight there, so when you step on the clutch, it's not going to bind or anything. And then I also have these other pieces off the clutch rod, just kind of temporarily mocked up in here. It's just 2 nuts, like a nut on either side, and that black piece that goes in that actual Z-bar piece slides up and down. So we'll make those adjustments once I get that bracket welded in place. So right now I'm just going to mark off an area on the frame. I'm just going to kind of use like a screwdriver and just kind of outline it, and that's where I'm going to clean off the metal, grind that all down kind of flat and clean, and then at that point I'll mock this back up and I'll outline the bracket, and I'll just kind of get it mocked up, or I'll put a magnet there or something, and then I'll spot weld it in place, double check it again, and then start welding it. Just got done cleaning up the section of the frame where I'm gonna weld. I have this angle grinder, I kind of snuck it down there and just kind of used it like this along the frame rail. You just gotta be careful because there's a brake line that runs along there. So I got most of it with this, and then I scraped all like the grime away, and I used a piece of 60 grit sandpaper to go on top of that so it's all down to the bare metal before I actually tack this thing in place. So we'll look at that real quick. So you can see right there, it's all cleaned off, and you can see that's the brake line there. You gotta just be careful. And there's like a charcoal canister hard line there too. I just kind of pushed out of the way. I don't use that stuff anyway, but there's the section. So I'm gonna mock this back up in place and then spot weld it in. So I put the bar back in here, and I have it seated all the way against the ball there against the block. And I have the bracket set up here. It's almost like a 1/2 inch from that bolt holding the brake line in, and the other piece is almost against or like flush with the frame rail there, as you can see. I took measurements off my other car, so this is pretty much exactly where it is from the factory. So at this point, I'm going to just put a couple spot welds in here just to hold it in place, remove the bar, and then I'll weld it up. So I just finished up welding it. I was able to get mainly from the top. You can kind of get a little bit from underneath the car, but it's really hard with the MIG gun to get in there. So I just ran a couple beads on the front of it and then on the back of it, and it's probably stronger than it was like from what the factory did or whatever. But you know, you don't have to get too crazy here. Just make sure it's really hot and it really burns into the frame. So I'll just show you this real quick, and I'm gonna put some paint on it too to cover it up once it cools down a little bit, and then I'll set this whole thing back up. So there you go. So nothing crazy, just kind of burned in there real nice. So once that cools down, I'll paint it and assemble this whole thing, and then we can get the flywheel on. So I'm gonna do the final assembly on this right now, but I'm gonna actually grease up every single bushing and the ball and everything like that, and then the ball in the car too, and then I'm gonna put it back in. So this is the bracket side, and there's one bushing in here already, then it goes the ball, the other bushing gets pushed in here, and then the retaining clip holds that in there. It's not that clear in the diagram, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention so you can kind of see what you have to do with that clip. So here's the Z-bar installed. You can see I have it tightened down there on the bracket, and I just have this kind of loosely in here for now because I got to make the adjustments once I get the clutch fork in there. Okay, so my next step is this. I need to get my pilot bearing and knock it in the back of the crank. So the clutch kit comes with like 2 different ones, so make sure whatever trans you're running in pilot bearing, you make sure that it actually fits on the nose of the trans first before you put it in there, so you don't try to get the transmission in there and it's hitting it and it won't let you line up correctly. So that's just a little tip there. So double check that. Then I'm gonna do my flywheel here that I got here. I'm gonna Loctite all the bolts in, check your torque spec for whatever engine you're running. Obviously you wanna torque everything down correctly. Then I'm gonna put the clutch on. Then I'm gonna take my fork here and hook it up in my bell housing with my throwout bearing, which comes with the clutch kit. They do give you that pivot ball in here when you buy the pedal kit, so that's a good little thing that they give you. And obviously this new fork, make sure you grease all your points that contact the throwout bearing. Yeah, so I got everything there, so I'm gonna start putting this stuff together. Like my nice little wrinkle finish paint here, I put on my bell housing. Even though you're not gonna see it underneath the car, but the little details matter. So yeah, so I'm gonna get underneath this thing and get this thing hooked up. So I'm getting ready to put this clutch fork in here. So I am going to lube in here and on these two spots here that touch the throw out bearing. Now I have this weird thing. So when you buy a clutch kit, it usually comes with this throw out bearing that has like this plastic piece in here. I had like horrible luck with these things in the past. I like going with an OEM style one here. As you can see, it's metal and it's just a little bit better quality than that thing. So I'm going to just put this together real quick and hang this on the car. So I just finished up putting this rod in here. So as you can see, it's clipped in there and there's a spring there and another spring here that goes to the fork. And then there's this pin here and a cotter pin. So that's all hooked up and nice and firm. I'm still gonna put my trans in before I start making any adjustments or anything. But we'll go around the top and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so there's what the top looks like, and I got the spring hooked up. I have it inside this hole here. I don't think that's where it's supposed to anchor, but I'm just gonna get underneath and figure out where that actually hooks to. But besides that, that's pretty much all done there. Okay, so that is a wrap for the clutch linkage assembly. Kind of involved with welding that bracket on and stuff like that, but I mean, there's no really other choice unless you go hydraulic, but that's a whole other ball game. If you're running like a 6-speed or something like that, it's probably the route. But if you're doing like an OEM 4-speed swap, that's kind of the right way to do that with all the manual linkage and stuff like that. But all in all, it turned out nice. So next time I got to get onto hooking up the shifter, linkage on the side of the trans, and I got to custom make my shifter actual handle. So I'm going to work on that next time. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Thanks for watching.